Eleanor, come and sit down, please. Eleanor. Okay, you need to be on time to Zoom.
I
Okay.
am on time.
Okay. Well, when your Zoom is on and you are not, that is not on time. Okay.
Okay.
So get all your stuff done because when you're on Zoom and your Zoom pops open and I let you in the class and you're not sitting there, that's not on time, right?
Yes.
Because you're gone. Okay. You have to be on time. Don't be putting clothes away and stuff right before class time. Well, I don't care what you're doing right before class time. Just don't have your Zoom open and then let everybody watch you put your clothes away, right? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Yvonne.
Okay. It's okay. Okay. We are missing. We have Tyler Royce. We're missing Andrew, but he's not going to be in. So okay, we have everybody then. So we have four students. Okay. Hmm. So we were working on resumes yesterday and trying to do the objective. And the objective part on the resume is kind of difficult because I don't know what departments you guys are going to be applying for in the hospital. So it makes it kind of hard to make it specific. So I kind of was wanting to do a more general objective, just to say maybe what you guys might be looking for in employment. Um, like maybe just kind of simply stating you learn fast, you love to work, you love learning new things, just kind of selling yourself. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but just trying to show them why you, as opposed to the next application they're going to pick up, right? um so like in Royce and Tyler's cases, they have prior experience in the hospital, and that's going to account for a ton because they've already done these jobs, right? They've worked in safety, they've worked in home health, and so that's good. They can put that experience on there and add that to their objective, saying, well, I'd like to learn more about the position of maybe being in this. Not that you'll get the same department again. Well, it depends, I guess, on too what departments we get into because there might not be a cafeteria, there might not be um, volunteer services, right? We might just have like maybe three to get into because we don't have very many students to begin with. So I'm sure not all of the departments are going to be available to us that we had before. And then there's some too that we had way before Tyler and Royce were there, even before me. Well, we're all there at the same time. Um, Bless you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so there's other departments that we didn't get into the last year that we had in the past, like in the OR, the operating room. There was stuff we did in there. There's stuff something to do with the slides, like filing slides or something. That would have been pretty cool to get into that, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe maybe if I get an opportunity to talk to Sherry, um, I'll ask her, what departments, because I thought last week she was supposed to talk to some of the managers out there. Do you guys remember anything about that?
Hmm.
Yeah, she did.
I thought I remember her saying something about uh, having to talk to some of the managers out there to see where we're at as far as coming back into the hospital.
She did
Um,
that last Friday. She talked to the managers.
oh, really? Okay, I haven't heard anything from her about that, so I don't know if it went well. I don't know. Okay, so how is everybody doing this morning? I just started off yapping and I didn't get to ask anybody. How's everybody's morning? How are you, Eleanor?
Good.
You're good? You have a busy morning this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, how about you, Tyler? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So did you have a chance to take a peek at that Pixel site?
Oh no, I didn't do that.
It's fun. I almost got on it again this morning, but I didn't have time. I had a very busy morning, so I'm like, oh, well, I'll do it after work, I think, maybe. But, and how are you, Royce?
I'm fine.
Good. And Clad?
Feeling pretty good. I got my water as usual, so I'm feeling pretty hydrated.
Good. You drink a lot of water?
About like 3 glasses a day.
3 glasses. Good. You like drinking water?
Feels good.
Good.
Not exactly tasty, but it feels good to drink it.
Yeah. You know, they have juice packets you can buy to put in your water.
I heard they have Kool-Aid ones.
They have Kool-Aid, they have lemonade, pink lemonade. Oh my gosh, they have all kinds of flavors. Teas that you can put in your water. Bless you. Well, you're not getting sick, are you?
No. Must be something in my room that's dusty.
You
Wait,
have allergies?
no. It's just whenever I smell some kind of dust or, like, I guess some kind of grass or, like, whenever I smell anything that tickles my nose, I start sneezing.
Hmm. Maybe you better try dusting your room.
You could say that again.
You're sneezing. Well, I hope
I
you're not
just
getting.
I just can't seem to find the duster.
home. Yeah, we don't want you getting sick. I hope you're not getting sick.
No, I don't think so. I doubt it.
Yeah. So, okay, most of you have quite a bit of stuff on your resumes, and instead of making your font teeny tiny, I mean teeny weeny, like a size 9, because when they print that out, if they print it just as it is, and they're not going to take the time I do. If I print stuff out, I will put it on a Microsoft Word document and take whatever it is I don't need out, keep what I need, and make sure it's a font I want. And I always take out any unnecessary stuff I don't want when I print stuff out for just me. Like, I'll give you an example. When Sherry used to send out our schedules, she'd write a whole bunch of stuff on the schedule. And I'm like, well, I don't need John's schedule. I don't, I just need what I'm doing, right? So I will make John's really tiny if I'm going to keep it. And then I would make mine, I'd separate it. This is what I'm doing on Monday. This is what I'm doing on Tuesday. I print it out the way, fix it the way I want it. And then I'd print it out. So, but if they happen to print out your resume because they want to have it in their hand, they're just going to print it out the way you sent it, right? Digitally anyway. And anyone older is not going to want to read a teeny tiny font because our eyes go bad, and it's harder to read for us, the smaller font, the older we get. So the smallest probably you'll want to make it. I mean, 10 if you have to. I would prefer you don't go under 11 because 12 is the normal size font, right? And you could go to 11, but what I would suggest, as opposed to making the font super small, I suggest making a different column on the right-hand side of the resume. Do you guys have access to Microsoft Word?
Not on this Chromebook
Oh yeah.
because it's exclusively Chrome or Google.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning we can't really use Word. We would have to download it separately as a third party.
Okay, so do you have access to a home computer, Clad?
I do, but I don't use it. But I don't prefer to use Word.
Okay, well, you don't have to use Word. I guess you can use a Word document, but it doesn't have to be Microsoft. Maybe you can do it on Google Docs, but I don't know.
I guess I could try Microsoft Word.
Okay, for me, it's easier to do it on Microsoft Word because I'm not too familiar with Google Docs. Tyler, you might be more familiar with that than I am. Do you think you could do a double column?
I'd have to look up a YouTube video on how to do it. I have never done it before.
Okay, yeah, that's how I learn things too. It's like, I wonder if you could do that and hop on the YouTube and, oh, yes, you can, or no, you can't. But yeah, I do that too. I trying to think back of when I made that brochure for Project Search when I first started, because I did the 3-column thing, but I can't remember if I did it on Google Docs or if I did it on Microsoft Word. I just can't remember. Maybe Microsoft Word, but I'm sure Google Docs has a way where you can manipulate that, where we put a different column there. So, or if not, we can look up, or I can look up a template. Excuse me.
Let's-
I can template, thank you, of resumes and pick one that has the 2 columns, because that way, because if you look at your resume, except for I think Royce's has a lot of information already off to the right. Is that your resume that has that, Royce? I can't remember off the top of my head. But let me see. Close out this. So, okay. So we have until what time? 9:20. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I don't want the font size to be super tiny in case they print it. So we'll have to work on doing the double-sided, the 2-column thing for the resume, because as you get a lot of stuff on there, you're gonna want to be careful not to make the font small. So, okay, let me see. Let me ask you guys something. Do I look? Oh no, I guess not. That's weird. Do I look
What's
super bright? I really don't want. I don't really like the light on me. I have to have the light on though because of my green screen. It has to be like on my green screen and not really on me. Okay, I guess that's kind of better. I don't like being in the bright, the bright light. Maybe when I was young, when your guys' age, and not anymore.
You really hate the bright light now, huh?
Yeah, that's just too harsh. So when I drop isn't that weird? When I drop my screen down like that, my face is brighter, probably because I'm looking at Google. I have the Zoom half the screen. Huh?
Probably because you're looking at a screen, so it's making you seem brighter.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Just the reflection.
Yeah. Okay, so Google Drive. I want the classroom. Okay. Let me make a note real quick for March 2nd. Candy in case anybody has anything else. Okay. So I wish I should make a folder on my Google Docs of this is what we're working on for CLAD stuff. This is what Tyler stuff is what we're working on. So
That's why I use Google Docs, because then everything's organized.
I know that's what I'm having trouble with though, because I've got so many students and I've got so much work up there. I don't know how to organize it. I guess I have folders, but I should put like, oh, my glasses are so dirty. I should make like something recent for you guys, right? Like Tyler recent work, CLAD recent work, that kind of thing. So I know where your stuff is when we're working on it, and then take it out of the folder when we turn it in and we're done. I guess got to take some time to do that. God, my glasses are just, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to my glasses. They're just so dark, I can barely see out of them. I wish I had an eyeglass cleaner. I don't even have a rag. I'm just using a tissue, which I know I shouldn't do. I remember Elliot's girlfriend, she's an optometrist, and we were cleaning our glasses outside one time. She was over at the house. We were outside because of COVID, we had to stay outside, And we were talking about glasses, and Valina, my daughter said, yeah, we just use tissues or our shirts to clean our glasses. And her being an optometrist, she's like, no, don't use tissues. That's so bad for your glasses. I'm like, oh my God. But okay. So let's see. Okay, so who's done with your resume? That completely done. I don't think anyone's finished, but
I
got
don't know.
all
We
those.
worked on it yesterday. I don't know if I'm done or not.
Yeah, me either.
okay. Royce, I don't think we actually finished yours. Let me look at yours, Tyler. Eleanor's, yours might be done. I'm not sure. I'll have to pull it up, but yours, we did quite a bit on yours. Except for maybe the objective. I can't remember. Okay, so I got yours up, Tyler. Okay. You do have your objective there, yeah. Yeah, so this could be like your generic one or your main one. And then we can, you might want to capitalize hospital in your objective where it says Kaiser Morse. I think the
Okay.
hospital should be capitalized. And I'd like to either change or add to that objective once we know what department you're going to work in, right? And anytime you're going to apply to a position, whether it be, your interviews for Kaiser, and this goes for all of you, whether it's going to be interviewing for Kaiser or an outside place, like you're going to apply to Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, then we're going to change that objective to match the job that you're applying for, right? Because, so Tyler, if you are going to apply, let's say you apply to Goodwill, your objective is going to change because you're not going to put, I'm able to navigate the Kaiser Morris Hospital, right?
Yeah.
If you're applying to anywhere else but Kaiser, so, because that's not going to, they're going to look at that and think, well, what does that matter for us, right? So we'll have to change that. I gotta turn my heater on because my tootsies are cold. Okay. So in our one-on-one time, we are going to go through your job duties at your job. We're going to go through the whole entire resume piece by piece and make sure it sounds right and make sure we don't have just fluff in there. So we'll do that on our one-on-ones. Just because if we take time to do it now, the rest of the class, I mean, if I work with Tyler now on his, the rest of the class is just gonna just sit there and listen, so. Let's see. So do you guys have any questions about the resume or being online or anything? You guys want to talk about anything as a class?
Mm.
The meaning of life? No, I'm just kidding.
You're pretty accustomed to this, though. Both of this.
So what's that?
I think I'm starting to get accustomed to this.
The being online?
Yeah. Not so bad.
Yeah,
I still hate Zoom.
I know you do. But actually, honestly, with this schedule that we have, all of us together as a class, and then having everybody gets a one-on-one, this is a way to do it because we have gotten so much stuff done. We really have.
Yeah.
I love the one-on-one because I feel like we can just go over stuff that needs to be done as a class and just kind of lightly touch on everybody's stuff and get questions answered, and I can explain things. And then in our one-on-ones, it's like, yeah, we got time to get it done, and we do it. And I think it's really efficient this way. I really am enjoying being able to get so much done. Like Eleanor, she didn't even have a resume last week. And all of a sudden, yesterday, she's like almost has it done. the entire thing. So I'm excited about that. I think the timing is really good for learning and to be able to. I like the one-on-ones after class like that, and everybody gets a one-on-one, so that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And so last night, I printed up my new schedule with the class and everyone's time, and my wall. I have a really odd room in here, right? It's like I mentioned before. I'm in the attic. I have a humongous table in front of me, and I've got my computer up on the table. I've got my lights. I've got two little desk shelves. You know, those little plastic shelves that you can. They're office shelves. I got them on the side, but the roof, it's kind of like this. And my desk, not my desk, my table is right here, right? And the wall in front of my table is rounded like this. It's not totally round, it's kind of like this actually. And so it comes at an angle this way. So I taped my schedule on the wall so it just hangs down so I can see it just perfectly there. It works really great. Now I just need to get a little hook so I can hang my calendar up on there so I can have that at a glance too. So I'm always wondering what date it is, and I'm looking down on my computer screen because you know on your computer screen you have the date and the time down there. And it's really tiny. So, but I'd like to hang my calendar just in case there's things to do. So watch your signs that you don't end up on the second page there, Tyler.
Okay.
But you're right, though. I mean, I think that's great. Make it as big as you can. I mean, you don't want everything to be size 14, of course, but if it's easier to read for whoever's reading it, that's best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clyde, you like the online learning, and Royce hates it.
I like both of them.
You like both of them? Yeah. It's kind of nice to be able to, for you guys, I guess, sleep in, right? Because if you were in the classroom, you'd have to get up way early and be able to get
Yeah.
home.
We also have to make sure we wait for the bus to come on time. We have to make sure we're not late too.
Yeah.
When I go to the classroom, I have to get up at 5:45 a.m.
Yucky. That's early.
Yeah.
So, do you have your badge to get in to open in the classroom?
No, we have to wait outside and just like hang out for a little bit until Sherry gets there.
But that's not a problem for you because you love the cold, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even cold anymore.
Yeah, it hasn't been really. It's not that bad. When I used to take my daughter to work in the morning, I'd go at like 7:15 to take her to work, and I just walk out with a sweatshirt, you know, and I'm fine. It hasn't been that cold, really. It hasn't really been a cold winter, actually. No rain either, which we needed.
It's starting to feel less cold actually.
Yeah.
Guess the
Yeah.
heat's starting to kick in.
Yeah. I think we're still in for some colder weather. I think right now we're having a hotter spell, but it's still early in the year. It's only March, you know, just turned March, so
I think we might get some rain in March.
I think so too. Probably April too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so though, because we really didn't have a wet winter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We needed the rain, you know. So my cup, isn't that weird?
It's part of the green screen.
I know it's green. My cup is just plain green, and that's why it's picking up that green screen. That's so weird.
That's
It almost looks like it's invisible, huh?
Your cup
Yeah.
was like that yesterday too,
I know, it's really weird.
but I didn't want to mention it.
So this is funny because this is like my favorite cup now, just because of that. Because you know, now that I download all these green screens, you know, I'm gonna have like a different one like each time.
Yeah.
Or at least one of my favorite ones. I love the one that the other day where it was all a bunch of green plants behind me and I was sitting like by a wall. It was really pretty. But so let's see. So I'm thinking we're going to be doing some financial stuff. So let me check my calendar. She said something a couple of weeks ago, I think, before the break. At some point, we're going to be having our interviews. I guess that was kind of dependent on what the managers at Kaiser said about that. But let's see.
Yeah, she said we're gonna be working in EVS, just not as much. Not we're not gonna be cleaning the beds or anything like that, but like the
Yeah.
stairwells and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And we don't know about safety yet because she hasn't talked to Tony yet from safety.
Yeah. Um, safety, I think, would be okay. I don't see why they would keep us out of safety, to be honest with you, because we really didn't run into anybody there, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was kind of a independent job, really. See if I can find me some. I need to find a clip. Yeah. So I think, unfortunately, I don't know a lot of the departments. I just know the ones I've worked in and the ones that you guys did last year, but I didn't work in all of them. I just worked really in the food service, which was a shame.
I did
Right.
material management for 2 days until there was a pandemic.
Right. We had just switched over. We had just switched over for the new to start the new departments, and then that happened. Oh, dang! So we're out for the rest of the week. Okay. And then Monday comes around saying, "No, we're out the rest of the week." And the other week, I'm like, "Uh oh." And then it started. I'm like, "Oh no." So it's been a year. It was like March 13th, I think, last year when that happened. When
Yeah.
everything started to shut down. Yeah, that was interesting, huh?
I still remember what happened.
Huh?
I still remember what happened on that day. At Laurel Rough, I mean.
You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. On that day, we had to be let out early. There were a bunch of kids running around.
Mm-hmm.
Some there was like one that was in the classroom because something happened, I guess, or that person gave us not himself or herself.
Hmm. So,
Hmm.
did you guys get out let out early? I can't remember that exact day what happened. I think we were told to stay in our classroom that day, and we didn't come to the hospital, and then we got sent home,
Oh yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And then after that, it was like, yeah, we can't come back in.
Well, I think Sherry got an email at about 2 p.m. and then she said, "I got some unfortunate news," and then she just told us we can't really come back to the classroom for a while.
Yeah. Wow. Little did we know, huh, that it was going to be a year later. All this time.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
I know. Scary.
Hmm.
Because when I was in college, I remember taking a history class, and they were talking about the flu, just the flu.
Hmm.
It killed thousands and thousands of people. It was terrible. They didn't have morgues like they do now, right? So they had to put dead people in their coffins just in the neighborhoods, and they would have stack the coffins up a couple high and have dead bodies in the caskets just in the neighborhood like that because they had nowhere to put them. And kids would be playing on top of the coffins, not realizing, their dead bodies are infected with the flu. Probably when they died, I guess the flu died with them because they're not going to live on a dead host, I don't think. But it was just terrifying to think that, God, it was just the flu. People get the flu like all the time. But yeah, pretty scary.
It's terrifying.
Pretty scary. And then people, and the reason why it was a pandemic is people don't want to take care of themselves. They don't want to go wear a mask. They don't want to wash their hands. They go and socialize with all their buddies and go to the bars and stuff like that and out to eat, and they don't realize, some of them are sick and they don't even know. People are asymptomatic. They carry it, but they don't know that they have it because they don't get sick with it. So that's scary. That is scary. So many people go to work sick. I know I've been to work sick. Not since the pandemic, of course. You can't do that, but before, having a cold and just go to work. And I've been when I was in college. Man, I went to school sick a lot with colds. I remember getting a big bottle of Dayquil every 4 hours. Go to the bathroom and take a shot of that Dayquil medicine so I'd feel better and go back to class. And you know, um, Of course, nobody better do that now because who knows if it's the flu, right? With the COVID. So and that's scary. But anyway, um, so are you guys going to get vaccinated? Do you know for the COVID?
I get my second one on March 4th, which is on Thursday.
Mm.
But I don't know when I'm gonna get mine. Because apparently
I'm
someone
not
says it's
sure.
not. Because apparently someone says it's not my term because it's need to be tested on seniors and in a little while tested on young adults.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Um. Yeah, I don't know. So what about you, Cloud? Are you going to get your vaccine?
Mm, I'm not sure yet.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, do I really want to get this vaccine? I mean, I know it'll be good for me, yeah, but
Well, don't get one unless you're sure you want one.
that's
You don't want to. You don't want to go.
I'm not sure one or not.
Yeah, wait until you're ready to get one. Don't because once you go get the shot, you've got it in your system, and that's too late. If you decide later, oh, I don't want it now, too
It'll
late.
be too late.
And then you have to go get the second one.
Ah.
So make sure you want it before you get it, okay?
Mhm.
Because once you get that first one, you have to go get that second one. Otherwise, it'll make that first one not as effective, right?
Then I'll have to have the first one again, huh?
I'm not sure about that. I have no idea.
Oh.
Well, maybe if you wait too long, maybe you have to do the series again, you know. But yeah, it's a big decision. I think I know a lot of people are waiting.
Quite a big one.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get mine actually, because I'm staying at home, and I thought, no, I'll just wait until they figure out what the long-term effects are of that. Um, but then I got an email from the school saying, oh, all the school workers can get one now, and I thought, dang it, well, maybe I'll just sign up and go get my vaccine. And so I did. Last weekend I got it, and so I go again to get my second one on March 20th. So but it's for me, I guess it's for the better because I am a little older, you know, and I'm staying with my parents and I'm taking care of them. So that's the last thing I need is to get sick with that because I certainly don't want to give it to my parents. And that's the reason why I'm not living with my kids anymore is because I want to keep my parents safe and I'm taking care of my dad. So, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm safe and I keep my folks safe. So, yeah. But yeah, certainly don't get your shot unless you know for a fact I'm ready to get it. I think it's going to be more beneficial than not, you know. So
Right.
because yeah, I know exactly how you feel though because I didn't want to get it for the longest time. So yeah.
I just think it's the best way to protect yourself and others.
Well, yeah, and even if you get the shots, you still have to wear masks out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you can't get it. And also there is two more strands of COVID that came. One's from Africa and the other one's from I don't know where. That's easier to catch. And the vaccine won't touch that because it's not part of that study. And this is just a new strand of the COVID that's coming.
I think it's
So
that
it-
one in the UK.
Okay, that's it. Yeah. And then they have a case of the African one, I think, in Colorado now. So it's going to spread. So I'm hoping we don't go through another whole mess of the same thing of last year where it's everyone's getting sick, you know, because of this new strand. And it's easier to catch, I hear. So,
Great.
yeah. So, I don't know. It's scary. I just wish people would take better care of themselves, you know. And you know what I hate is when I see this.
Wow.
People will wear their masks. It's like,
Oh,
hello.
I hate that.
I know they say like this or like this. It's like, well, your chin's not going to get COVID. your chin's nice and safe. That's awesome. I so want to make that comment when I see people not wearing the mask. I say, you know, that ain't the way to wear it. You know that's not the way. You want to just take it off, because that is doing nobody any good. So, but people are stubborn. You know, they don't. Oh, it'll never happen to me, or I don't believe it's true, even though half the world. I mean, all of the world has it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people don't think that it's a thing, and it's like, you know, even if you don't feel you're going to get sick, don't you care about other people though? Because you could get it and carry it to other people just by not wearing a mask.
That's
So
just terrifying.
It is. But you know, you can't make everybody obey rules, right? People are gonna be silly and do what they're gonna do, and that's, I guess, their right to do that. But unfortunately, sometimes they make wrong decisions that's cost others harm, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, like at my one of my kids' work, they worked at a old folks home, and COVID went rampant throughout the place. So many residents died because they had COVID. They got it all cleared. Nobody had COVID, no workers, no residents. And then now one person got tested, because they test every week. One person now has COVID again. And guess why?
Wow.
Because their family is going to visit them with no masks. Because that person doesn't go out, but that person got COVID from whoever's coming in to see them and got them sick. So it's like, and here they go again with a whole round of people going to get sick if they don't quarantine that person and have one worker only take care of that person. But if they have everyone going in there all the time, then it's just going to spread like wildfire, like it did the last time. This was back in December when that happened, and everybody was getting sick. The workers, half the workers were sick, and the residents, like a lot of the residents got sick. It was awful. And you know, those residents are like in their 80s on up, and they're frail. You know, they have a lot of other health issues. So, yeah, it was scary. But anyway, guess it is what it is. But the numbers have gone way down though, so that's awesome.
That's
right?
a plus.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, like way down. That doesn't mean it's gone. Doesn't mean you can walk around with no masks, right?
We're still in the purple area after all.
Yeah. But at least the numbers are looking way better, so that's very promising. So I'm hoping, you know, I don't think it'll be completely gone by the end of the year, but maybe by next summer, maybe it'll be a handle on it. That's if the other two new strands don't take over again and have a repeat of last year.
They said it's still like 80-something% effective to the new strands. So
Really?
yeah,
Because I didn't hear that.
it's not like 99% like it's supposed to be, but
Mhm.
it's still effective.
Well, that's because the vaccines came out before those new strands came out. That's
Yeah.
why. Because they tried to get the vaccine out so quickly for the COVID, right? They got everything out, they got everything distributed, and all of a sudden, oh, there's more strands. Too late, the vaccine's already been out and distributed. And that's a good thing, but the new strands now. Well, you know, it's funny though, because that's the same thing what happens with the regular flu. There's all kinds of strands of the regular flu. You know how we all have to get our flu shots every year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they do every year is they pick the two strands that they think are going to be the worst for that winter. Just two strands. And there's tons of different strands of the flu virus. But they pick two to put in the vaccine for your flu shot every year. That's why you can still get the flu after your flu shot.
Huh.
Because there's
That actually
what's that?
That has happened to me before.
Because they only give you the two most prominent strands of the flu vaccine. But there's all kinds of flu vaccines. That's why you can still get the flu during the winter after your shot, because they can't vaccinate for all of it because they can't. There's too many. So this new pandemic with this, because it's the flu kind of thing, so it's the same kind of thing. They can't, you know. And then once they come up with get a cure for the African and the
UK.
the UK, there's going to be another one out. You know, that's just how that's going to work. I think. I hope
Yeah.
not. But you never know. I mean, it kind of looks that way because it's already happened. But the vaccine already came out for COVID, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's 2 more. Who's to say there's not going to be another 2 more, right? Or who said that's not going to be it? And maybe, you know, Tyler's right. Maybe it's not going to be a worse bout of it, because if it's true where the vaccine covers 80% effective for the new strands, that's great. That means if it's true, probably it's not going to be another bout of the pandemic like it was already last year, if 80% of the people are protected that are getting vaccinated. So let's hope that's true. You know, I certainly hope it's true because I'm getting my vaccine. So that would be nice if I'm 80%, you know, protected for the new strands. I hope so, because I don't want to get this. You know, I certainly don't want to bring it to my family. That's my main thing. My immune system's pretty good. So I'm not so much worried about me getting COVID as I am bringing it to my parents. My mom's immune system is shot. So if she even comes into anyone with contact with COVID, she's probably going to catch it because she doesn't have a good immune system at all. My dad, however, his immune system is pretty good. Even if he caught it, I think he'd be okay. I don't know about my mom because of her immune system. She doesn't have one. So, I mean, she has one, but it's like really shot. So, okay. So, anybody have anything else to say? Eleanor, you've been awfully quiet. So what do you think about all this, Eleanor?
Good.
You're good? Yeah.
Do we still have our one-on-ones today? There's like yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Eleanor, your 101 is at 9:30.
Yes.
Cloud, yours is 10:10. Royce is 11:25, and Tyler, yours is 12.
Okay.
And we're just gonna finish up the resumes, and then after we finish the resumes, then you can shoot them to Sherry, and then say, "Well, this
We'll shoot them all, right?
is shoot them to Sherry." Yeah, but I think they're looking pretty good. So our one-on-ones, we're just gonna clean them up and fix the wording and make sure no wording is repeated on your job duties, and make sure we can maybe say them a little bit better, right? So, okay, so, well, so you guys want to get off a little bit early? We're supposed to go till 9:20, huh? That's not that early, but you guys want to? Want to finish that thought? Nope.
Guess not.
Does anyone want to talk about anything else?
Let me think.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. So on my webcam, I have an HD video on, and I can take it off. So look at my frame and my picture, and I'm going to see if I can change it while we're in the meeting. And okay, so right now I have it on a 16.9 widescreen. Now I'm going to put it on original and see if it makes a difference to you guys. Okay, here's a widescreen. and that's the original. You see a difference?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
looks
have-
like it's like standard definition, like an old like tube TV.
It's 4:3.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys also see the black lines?
We see the
Yeah.
black bars, just like in those home videos.
Okay, so it's better with the widescreen.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering. I'm thinking, what's the difference? And I was wondering if they, if you could see the black lines like I did.
We could.
Okay.
16:9 is always better now.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I could change the background while I'm while I have you on in the Zoom. I don't know if I can.
I think you still can.
Really?
Yeah, you
Let's see.
can.
Be able to.
Let's see. Well, see, when I change my background though, when I put the settings, it takes a while for it to load. I don't know why. So I have it on settings now, and my little cursor is thinking, and it's not pulling up any of.
Hmm. Did she freeze?
Yvonne is frozen.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Can you guys still hear me?
Oh, now I
we
can.
can.
Yes.
You froze for us. Oh.
Hi.
How funny.
Oh. You said hi.
Ah.
That is funny.
So let me tell you what happened, and I'm really shocked that so
Why-
I have
why-
two of them in Zoom.
Why did you?
Okay, it just logged itself out.
Oh.
So that's weird because I'm the only host, and it booted me out because I was trying to change the background to see if it would work in Zoom, in the actual Zoom meeting. And of course it didn't. It said a program's not responding. So, and it says close the program or wait to program to restart. And I said close the program, but it booted me out of Zoom. And I'm like, oh no, it ended the program for everybody. But so I think Clad, I got an email this morning. It was either Clad or Tyler. I got an email from my school email saying that one of you guys is in the Zoom meeting already. So I went to my email and clicked on start the meeting, and it logged me back into you guys, and you guys stayed on online. But it was just kind of funny that it put me back in the same room, and it didn't boot anybody out. I was really surprised when I came back and you guys were all here still. So won't be doing that again. But okay, you guys. So I will end the meeting now.
All right.
Okay, so we will get our resumes finished up today and sent in today because I think they were due today. I'm not sure, but anyway, they'll be done today. We can send them in. So, all right, you guys.
Okay.
Eleanor, give me a call at 9:30. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Ten
I
minutes.
will talk to you tomorrow morning. Or no, I won't. Thursday.
Yes.
And well, I'll see you guys.
I'll be here.
Later today. So, okay, you guys.
Yeah.
Talk to you in a little
Okay.
bit.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
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 Bye.